This is Sage Francis from Strange Famous Records. You're watching the DOD45 Show. And if you're lucky, you'll see the Winter Carnival Tour show in a city near you. Check us out at strangefamous.com. My name is Sage Francis. Boing.
Hey, I'm not Sage. I'm Dibs.
I'm Dose.
Hey, I'm Slug.
I'm Buck.
And I'm Gel.
This is Prem Rock.
And this is Curly Castro.
This is Brother Ali, and you're watching DOD45.
45.
Keep it right here. There's a lot of things happening here that you're not going to get anywhere else.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? Stop what you're doing and listen.
DOD45. This is the DOD45 Show, drawing over discussions 45 minutes with a special guest. Welcome. I'm your host and resident artist, Ty of Art by Ty, joined by my awesome co-host, Adrian Taiwali'i. In each of these DOD45 episodes, we sit down with a special guest, someone we admire and are inspired by, and we dive into meaningful discussions. But here's the twist. While we're chopping it up with our guest, I'll also be creating live artwork that unfolds in real time. I set a 45-minute timer, grab my pen, and create a one-of-a-kind piece of art for our guest while we chat. So stick around to experience the creative process in action, hear some great stories, and maybe even learn something new and unexpected about today's guest. Peace.
DOD45. Hello, fellow humans. Okwatentin Wan. I'm Ty of Art by Ty, and with me is, as always, is my co-host Adrian. Hello, Adrian.
We did it.
She's here stepping into a new year with opinions, cautious optimism, and just enough side-eye to be keeping things honest. What do you suppose side-eye means?
Just my regular RBF.
Do people say you have RBF? Or you say that? You're the only person I think that says that.
I mean, I think it's been insinuated.
Really? By people? Who?
My whole life, yeah.
Like who?
You
Who
know,
said? Oh,
I'm that stuck-up girl that I've always been.
Did people call you stuck up in high school?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But maybe I was. I didn't want anything to do with anyone. Is that stuck up?
I can see how in high school and in junior high that would definitely come off as a stuck up thing, but
I just wanted out.
It wasn't that you were stuck up, you just didn't want to. Well,
I
maybe.
was just stuck. Was stuck in the system.
You were stuck down. And guess what, everybody? It's officially 2026. Our guest tonight is Sage Francis. Who is Sage Francis? The trolls ask. Well, I don't answer the trolls, but I will tell you this. Sage is a rapper. He's a poet. He's a label head of Strange Famous Records. He's an independent lifer and one of the most consistently thoughtful voices hip-hop has leaned on for decades. Someone who has never waited for permission to say the uncomfortable part out loud. Sage and I were both born in the 1900s. Ooh, should be wearing cummerbunds or something, whatever. I was aware of Sage and his work a long time before he ever knew who I was. What does that mean? Who knows? Probably something, maybe nothing. I'm mentioning it anyway. Here we are. It's 2026. Happy New Year, fam. Did you notice our daughter's saying fam a lot now?
No.
Sit with that number, everybody. Sit with that number 2026 for a second. Adrian, sit with that number, but don't sit too long. Does it feel exciting or does it feel like time is playing a long prank on us?
No, I'm excited for 2026. Yeah.
When you think about what's coming...
I'm also a little bit scared of 2026 in a lot of ways.
There are a lot of big changes.
And just society.
Yeah. When you think about what's coming this year, do you feel more prepared or more curious?
I don't feel either. I don't know.
Is there something you want more of in 2026 that has nothing to do with work or productivity? Stability. Oh, that sounds good. A little 2026 stability. Can't go wrong with that. Is there something you want less of that you're finally ready to let go?
Less stress. Less
stability
driving,
and less stress.
But, I'm sure there will be plenty of driving this year.
Does driving cause you stress?
Your driving causes me mad stress.
Well, speaking of the idea of reassessing paths, that reminds me at one point we had talked about potentially moving to Connecticut a while ago.
Okay.
Does that idea still live somewhere, or is that quietly faded?
We can't afford to live in Connecticut.
No, it's I was going to say, what
was a major reality
What
check.
were the pros that pulled us towards that?
Just the coast and the culture, but
Living on
also,
the East Coast.
No, please don't be mad at me if you're from Connecticut. It seems a little bit boring in Connecticut, except for it looks beautiful, but feels a little boring. But it's close enough to all the fun things.
It is quite funny that you say it seems a little bit boring, but just last night you said, "I'm boring."
Did I say that?
You said that to whoever we were talking to, like, I'm not fun.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not fun. But you definitely don't want to live in a boring place you can
We have
consider
a
boring.
friend who assumes I'm a fun person.
And
I'm
you
like,
said,
they want to hang out with me, and I'm like, oh, you don't know.
you're boring. Well, that's good to say. It's good to mention that about Connecticut, being that our guest tonight is Sage France.
But no, when we went there, I was looking for fun things to do, and there were like some cool sites and stuff, but I couldn't really find a lot of fun things.
Yeah, and that I guess that was the con that made us hesitate.
It was
and
the
rethink
one
the whole
area
thing.
that Chesky was from. I can't remember what it's called. It's right there on the ocean. It's down south and kind of towards New York, the city.
Yeah.
But
Well, speaking of things that's, I don't know, random pivot. How'd you feel about the Stranger Things premiere?
oh, I loved it, and I had so much fun with the nieces and nephews coming over.
Yeah, we had a whole watch party with our nieces and nephews, and had it all set up, decorated. It seems like our family does stuff like that.
So in that regard, I'm fun.
Yeah, we do the decorating of things, and it was fun.
I'm not party fun.
While
I'm not
we were-
like party hard fun, party.
Well, but you understand how to have fun. while we were watching the Stranger Things, I was thinking about like pop culture moments, or just things like because our kids grew up like to the 6 years of Stranger Things.
Much more than that.
Yeah,
It's
a
been
long
like
time,
10 years.
pretty much their whole life. I was just thinking about how like things like that really have an imprint on your life when you're young. That seems less as you get older. That less, that leaves less of an impression. Things like that. But they're moments that you just remember, like what you watched or where you were or who you were with. And then the last time I remember something that had that kind of weight was 9/11. And I'm not comparing the events by any means, but that feeling of things slowing down, or like while the world shifts in real time, just those things that you have an exact memory of things. Mm-hmm. And I'm mentioning that because I was thinking about Makeshift Patriot for obvious reasons.
Makeshift Patriot, the flag shop is out of stock. I hang myself at half-mast. Makeshift Patriot, the flag shop is out of stock. I hang myself at half-mast.
Sage wrote that song in the immediate aftermath of the 9/11 attacks. And the way he talks about it now, especially in his recent Panda Chop interviews, is sharp, measured, and still incredibly relevant. And I don't know where I was going. Anyway, before we bring him in, let me talk about a few Sage Francis songs. Let me share some of his music. Let some of his music breathe here, and then we'll have a discussion with someone who's been documenting moments in real time for a very long time. All right, let's get to Sage's music.
That goes once a yo-yo, a yo-yo, a yo-yo. She learned about the ups and downs. The kiddies want a photo. I let them take my camera so they can make their rounds. Tandiwe wants some paper.
Ubuntu from 2012. That's it's a song that grew out of Sage's time in South Africa, and it's rooted in empathy and shared humanity. It's a reminder that his work often reaches beyond personal narrative. Then there's the track Blue from 2014.
Now we've got children thinking that they're born to fist fight, cause they've been promised an apocalypse by prophets without insight. You could have fooled us. In fact, we're dumbstruck. The school bus is looking like a dump truck. Stuff the class like...
And that was coming out of the Copper Gone era when Sage returned after a long break. And that period felt sharpened, stripped back, and intentional. The song Jaw Killed Johnny, which I pretty much thinks he performs at every single show, was on our kids' playlist.
I make no demands. I just make amends. I make my bed and I'ma lie in it. But before I die, please don't take any more of my friends.
This track lives in that reflective space about life, death, mentors, and movement. It feels quietly heavy without forcing anything. And then there's Going Back to Rehab.
Small talk, fingers fishing from a weak spot. I used to dream a lot and search for meaning in a sleepwalk. The only time I find myself having a deep talk. And now I never sleep, cause sleep is the cousin of death. One can never rest depending on...
It's from the human, the death dance period where autobiography and observation blur together. Then there's this song, The Baby Stays.
Am I a product of uninteresting sex? If I'm bored by your pillow talk and Newport cigarettes. She chews on fiberglass like a teething infant. He breathes in her stink and seems indifferent. She dreams of children. He hears the pitter-patter.
From the Life era when Sage was openly collaborating outside of hip-hop and experimenting with form. And then there's this song, The Setup.
I get attached and they're attached to people who I've loved and lost. Even though I gotta admit, there are a few who'd run me off. But I'm under no illusion how relationships get ruined. How I ain't shit to this movement when I'm just stuck to a cross. Tossed into the underworld.
It's a song that fits into Sage's long-running relationship with narrative and consequence, even when the story feels understated. And finally, Uncle Sage, the song called Say Uncle.
Eternal flame above my headstone. The set that I claim is null. X made of bone, just revenge of the decaying skull. A raging bull till I'm paid in full. They want to put my face on a penny, then discontinue me. I'm still grateful. If we're not allowed...
It's another example of how Sage balances humor, tension, and honesty in the same breath. It sounds simple, but opens a whole emotional room. So there you go. Those are some Sage Francis tracks, and you should go listen to those and listen to the albums. Listen to Sage all the time. It's all music you can learn from, and music you can enjoy, and music you can have a good time with. Before we bring Sage in, Adrian, do you have any thoughts on Sage or his music or anything like that?
Oh, I have thoughts. I'm just kidding.
No, just right to it. No dreams of Sage. Oh,
he hasn't come into my dreams with hair, but when I do see him post pictures of himself with hair, I also don't like that.
Don't like it. It just looks odd.
It just doesn't look like Sage to me. I guess I only know him as a emblem. What do you call it? A logo.
Oh,
it's like wrong.
Do you just look at Sage and see X's in his eyes?
The blue. Doesn't he have like a Muddy Waters kind of blue album cover?
That's the album
has,
I just mentioned. Blue, yeah.
And then just his as we met him some years ago. So I can't. I'm like, who are you with this hair?
Oh, from like some of his old footage in the old, or even when he's wearing the wigs.
Yeah. Wigs. Maybe he does wear it. Maybe that's what's wrong.
Well, I don't know. Well, yeah, he does. He has some of the stuff when he would be wearing a wig in some of the music videos and stuff.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's let him in. Let's just get right to it. Let's take here's the intro for our show, and we'll be right back with Sage Francis.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? Stop what you're doing and listen.
DOD45.
Here we are. We're back. Here we sit with Sage Francis. Sage, welcome back to the DOD45 Show. As always, grateful for your time.
Thanks for having me, guys. Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year. It's a big 2026. How do you feel about that number?
It doesn't seem any different. I don't know. After 2020, everything's the same to me. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to feel weird until 2030.
Yeah.
We're just doing were you ever a type to do what do you call those that everyone does on New Year's Eve? Resolutions? Were you ever a resolution?
Yeah,
person?
sage that shit in 2026. Sage all the shit. Get all invasive species out of your life. And
physically or even just mentally?
Physically, mentally, get those leeches off your body and off your mind.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Easier said than done.
It is, but it can be done.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to just so the audience know, this is going to be a shorter, focused conversation today, so I'm not drawing in this episode, but I think I might run time lapse of all the past drawings I've done during episodes so that to people who are Art by Ty.
You
followers
should.
can
The last
still
one
watch.
that you sent me, the last one that you did during one of my discussions is my wife's absolute favorite. It's displayed in our kitchen right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And for the people that know, that's the cat. That's the cat on the chessboard and the elephants. Yeah. Oh, cool. I'm really happy that she likes that piece. I think that comes to mind because I just barely got it sent out to you.
Yeah.
When the spouse approves of his art, it's always a pretty big deal.
Yeah, we only have 2 paintings of my own hanging in our houses.
That's a whole other conversation.
Okay.
You sell them off before they can get hung up.
I don't want to hang my. It's very similar to listening to your own music in the household.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I like have a party and just play Sage music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
Well, we would be okay with it, but some people would be like, that's quite interesting. He really likes himself.
I'm going to be discreet here. There's an artist I know, a musician, who has just posters of themselves all over their house. And I'll pretend their name was like Jock. And I'd be like, ooh, who's the Jock fan? It's me. It's them. It's the person who lives there.
That's funny. Before we get into tours and stories, what sort of things do you take interest in currently for fun? Like, are you part of the whole Stranger Things thing that goes on?
You know what? After the finale of Stranger Things, I concluded it was like an after school special on a huge production scale. After the first season, it never really like did much for me. The first season was proper nostalgia, and it's like after that they kind of almost insisted on themselves to the point where they were being nostalgic about themselves. So this very last season was them being nostalgic about themselves and doing total fan service and referencing all Stranger Things stuff. Like, hey, remember this from Stranger Things? Hey, remember this in the first season? There
was a lot of that going on.
I think we needed the reminding because
because it took so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found myself going like, how do they even know each other? And then my kids were like, oh, that's her sister. I'm like, oh. But do you get caught up in pop culture moments or things like that?
Yeah, I do. My wife and I watched the whole thing. My wife cried relentlessly at the last episode.
Yeah, I cried.
And I kind of was like stone faced the whole time. And I think she looked at me like I was a psychopath or something. But all I'm thinking is like, I'm not falling for these tricks. No way.
Yeah.
Like, you're just stopping yourself from crying.
Like, I wish they would have put more money in the writing budget than the music licensing budget.
Well, it's one of the problems with the TV shows when they get too big for themselves. Like, they tend. Yeah, I think that's what the people we had a big viewing party with our nieces and nephews, and I think they weren't able to articulate. There was something off about it for them. They all loved it. I hadn't enjoyed it, but yeah, there was something a little off, and I think it was a lot of them, the show, celebrating themselves or being nostalgic about themselves.
Yeah.
What does Sage Francis typically do for a New Year's Eve? Are you a stay-at-home?
Yeah, we stay home with the kids. We put on the Dick Clark. I mean, it's not Dick Clark anymore, but we try to see what's happening in Times Square. This year it was hardly anything, so we didn't even turn it on until about 3 minutes before the ball dropped.
Oh, wow.
Like, we would check back in and see what was going on, but there was nothing. It was just nothing of interest to the kids or us. So we watched the Stranger Things finale and then hopped on over to the ball drop. But that's it. I mean, we put together a spread of some food, and I don't know, this year was a lot less exciting than previous years. Not exciting, but felt like less of a celebration in a weird way. Yeah. That might have to do with our house has been sick the whole winter break.
Oh, no.
So yeah, it's like everyone was dealing with the flu, and so energy has been low. No one's had any appetite, and that's it. That's just kind of how we spent our Christmas and New Year's Eve. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like maybe it's a good thing. It's like you start low and then you have something to build to.
I like that. I was like, get all the sickness out. We're going into this new year. Let's just exercise the demons right now, because we got a lot of stuff to take care of in the new year.
Yeah, you do have a lot on your plate. I just want to hit a couple of nostalgic things before we talk about the tour and stuff. In the intro, I mentioned being born in the 1990s, specifically in the 70s.
70s.
Oh, I know, but still the 1900s.
Okay. I'm like, whoa.
Sorry. Being born in the 1900s. I wanted to ask you, is there a random piece of pop culture from the early era that still sticks with you for no real reason?
I'm sure a lot of it does. Like commercial jingles that have never left my brain. In particular, there was one from Rhode Island about an amusement park we had that it no longer exists, but it's called Rocky Point. And that's always in my head is Rocky Point, where you can come alive. Rocky Point, it's so exciting. Spend your summertime. Rocky Point.
Come with your family. Come with your friends. That's the Rocky Point tradition, 'cause it's summertime again. Rocky Point, it's so exciting. Rocky Point, where you can come alive. Rocky Point, you're all invited to share our summertime. Rocky Point.
So that's on constant loop in my head.
That is awesome. It is, right? Like
It's always
like
there.
at every moment you can like just it happens like you.
No,
you
and I
hear
see
this.
the roller coaster doing the loop-de-loop, and it's
So
it's
it's
just.
a wonder how that place died if it's stuck.
I know, and it was fun, but
It was a theme park.
yeah. Yeah.
What? Yeah.
It was in
I
Warwick.
wonder how things.
Yeah,
things,
I was touring like so much during my like adulthood that I didn't really keep up with anything that was going on outside of my life, but somehow that thing just like went away.
Yeah, it's a surprise if a theme park doesn't make it. I don't know. It seems like that should just always be able to survive. What is there a song or anything that you associate with riding in the car as a kid?
No, but a lot of 80s pop songs will take me back to those like childhood drives. Just top 40 stuff. I mean, the only reason I mention that is because I listen to the radio a lot when I drive, and when those songs come on, it automatically takes me back to like long drives to the beach when I was a kid. And that's what I associate it with.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, as a kid in Rhode Island, what did a perfect summer day actually look like from morning to night?
Oh man, just hanging with my friends, like when we were 12, going to, we'll go to the ballpark, we'll play some baseball, we'll walk to the convenience store, steal a piece of candy or a candy bar, play Nintendo for a little while. Those summers were incredible. I knew those were like not going to be around for very long.
Oh, so, were you aware of that when you were growing up?
Kind of, yeah.
Feel that?
Yeah, and it was just a special and unique circumstance where you have like a group of 4 friends who are all best friends for one summer, and then
they just
separate. It's like a Stand By Me,
Yeah. And then your town's attacked by a mind flare. Well, as a teenager, was there a place that everyone hung out, like, or would drive around just to kill time, but nothing actually really ever happened there?
Yeah, we'd go to the plaza when we were old enough to, like 16 years old, have our car and just sit in the plaza and play our music as loud as we could. And that's back when like sound systems were all the rage.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That's how you would flex. You got the subwoofer, like 12-inch subwoofers in your trunk. And,
did somebody in your crew have the bumping system?
Oh yeah. Shout out to Joel. He was the one with the sound system and the Maxima, broken down Maxima. And
I think we maybe talked about this in one of the past episodes, but there was a DJ that came out with those CDs that had just like huge bass. But I can't. It was like DJ Magic Mike.
Yeah, Magic Mike. Yeah.
Was it
Miami
Magic Mike?
bass? Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
and they were just.
We were playing Master Ace though. Master Ace Incorporated with sitting on Chrome. Like that's how you would test the bass in your system. That was that year. And
awesome. What kind of car was the dude's car again?
The Maxima, black Maxima.
And you guys would just roll like felt very cool
with the bubbly tint on the windows. Yeah.
Yeah, where you do your own tint.
yeah. Looked awful. eventually we did the ground lighting, like the blue light that would go under the car, kind of make it look like it was floating. You don't see that anymore. That must be very illegal.
Oh, we see it
in Missouri. They do it. They don't, but they don't do color light. They just light up the hole underneath of the truck.
Oh,
it's
man.
trucks, and I've also witnessed trucks in the Walmart parking lot, like with hydro pickup trucks, mind you, with hydros in there playing that
country
rap stuff that I don't even know what that is. And I took a picture of these people. I was too scared to film, but I was like, whoa, this is actually happening.
Yeah, and they wear the bling on the Levi's with the
I
bling.
didn't go that close to them. They were they were like teenagers.
You didn't go and try to get phone numbers?
Did it have a pair of metal testicles on the back?
I didn't get that close.
Right.
I always wondered, some of them cars,
they're in the back of the parking lot.
They light up, they're like real shitty looking cars. And I'm like, why would you light that part up? It's all rusted and shit under there.
Anything went back then, like slap a Nike symbol on your window. Like, this is a Nike car. Like no one knew anything.
I loved chrome so much. And I bought a lot of that cheap tape, like a sticker chrome, and ran it as my line.
We're just so proud to have a car.
Yeah,
that it's like, this is mine. We spray painted our dashboard because it looks so crappy.
What's something about growing up in Rhode Island that you didn't realize was unique until you got a little older or left?
I mean, things that are uniquely Rhode Island. It's weird because I lived on the border of Massachusetts. It could practically be Massachusetts. And like in elementary school for 2 years, I went to school in Massachusetts because we were right there. But the pizza, party pizza with no cheese, it's just the sauce on the bread. So that was ubiquitous at every party. You would always have pizza strips. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
And nobody outside of Rhode Island messes with them. It's just Rhode Island. So it's like, if you just look at a picture of it, you'd be like, ugh, it looks disgusting. But if you grow up on it, you know that it's delicious and if it's done right. And I always, whenever I go to Rhode Island, I have to bring back pizza strips for the kids because they love it and they can't get it anywhere else.
The first time I ever heard about it or even tried it was at your house because our family doesn't eat cheese. Early made some without cheese on it, and you guys were saying, "Oh, they're like pizza strips."
Yeah,
and it was actually fucking super delicious.
Great.
Yeah. All right, I want to go with into this recent Panda Chop interviews and the internet reactions on it.
Okay.
So you've got a tour coming up and a new album on the horizon, but your recent Panda Chop interview also sparked a whole new wave of attention. And I know none of this is new territory for you because you've been dealing with internet reactions and comment sections for a long time. But what I did realize, though, is that this part is actually kind of new for me. The Panda Chop interview rolling out in so many parts, it almost felt like this parallel conversation alongside the interview because I really started paying attention to the comments. Normally, I don't give a shit about comment sections that much, but knowing you more personally now, I found myself sort of weirdly invested in reading them.
Yeah.
It suddenly felt more human and honest and more entertaining than I expected, especially the moment where you casually mentioned putting LSD in your merch shirts and just let the internet completely take off for it. They start, there were videos coming out about it. Watching how people interpreted that and debated it, believed it or joked about it or totally missed the tone. When you're scrolling through comments like that, what hits for you? Because you mostly read through the comments, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I like to see what people are saying.
Yeah. What hits you what was your reaction to that part of I got a big kick out of it, obviously. Yeah. And the people who were like wagging their finger, like, whoever does that is a scumbag. And you could really go to jail for that. But I was waiting for everyone to be like, this is obviously bullshit. Like, this doesn't make sense. Like, that's, and so it brought me back to an early internet era, oddly enough, where I would troll people on some ridiculous stuff that should never be believed, but somehow it's believable to them because of how it's presented.
and then they see that as an opportunity for them to like be sanctimonious and or try to scold someone. And so I got a big kick out of that. I was hoping for some, like, my whole agenda there was to demonstrate how dumb the line was and how it doesn't make sense. So why did he say it? Like,
What,
I'm
did you
not
ever find
associated with acid. There's no drug background in my career, and like, he just said things in that battle that didn't make sense. So that's why I just rolled with it, pretending I lived in a universe where that made any kind of sense. So
yeah, I kept playing it back, and no one ever talked about why he even said it.
It doesn't make sense.
And it's again, you're gonna get hurt. I bet you know he put acid right in all the t-shirts. Looked you up and stole your money. That's what you've been hearing, not debating. Yeah, listen, yo, I'm sick of
He was like, I will give it to his credit. He says things so confidently that you as an audience member or whatever, like, yes, that must be true. Or yeah, he really got him there.
And it was funny. Yeah, someone called you a coward or something in the comments, and and then everyone's going off. Oh, Sage is a straight edge, but what I found as you were just explaining that, what I kind of now realize I liked about it was it wasn't like anything where it was like where you're saying anything political. So the comment section was just ridiculous. People would just, it seemed a little more fun, like what you mentioned about back in the day, how comments or how. Or like old feeds, you would kind of troll people, but no one was really getting hurt.
Yeah.
Like it was, I mean, like physically. Nowadays, like shit happens on the internet and it's like scary from if someone said something. But that situation, no one, I mean, it's 20 years ago or something.
Yeah,
but it was
also,
funny
how would I procure acid? How would I get it? I don't even know how to get acid. Why would I spend money on buying acid and just put it in t-shirts?
The amount of acid you would have to pour on a t-shirt
And
for someone to actually...
How do you get it on a t-shirt? Like, are you taping it?
No, you're dripping it on the shirt.
Oh, you're dripping.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The amount you would have to pour on the shirt for it to soak into somebody's body is a fucking ridiculous amount of money you would be spending. And it's just a crazy... But people really were commenting about it. In fact, someone... I don't know who the other guy was. Someone just made a video... about just that part of the
wow.
Yeah, but I guess what well, I don't know. I just beyond the LSD moment, beyond that, was there anything else in your Panda Chop in those comments that genuinely surprised you?
Nah, I mean, what's interesting about his audience is like he's got his own following, like whoever gets interviewed, like they may not know me at all and they're commenting on stuff. And he's got a lot of, like, I've seen a lot of comments on different videos of his where it's like, there's people who are talking about how white people are guests in hip hop and need to fall back and blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
I keep seeing that, like one or two people who consistently say that. It's like, that's whatever with that. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've enjoyed the discourse. I like seeing people of all different mindsets pop in with their own opinion and saying, or even people from my history, from my past, who like will support whatever I said. Be like, yeah, it was like that. Oh yeah, I was there at that thing. It's like, dang, like I can't believe there's someone from like 25 years ago who right now can confirm what happened at that point in time on this video. And yeah, I like that stuff.
Yeah, it's not like I don't want to do like a whole promo for Panda Chop, but I seen some of his stuff pops up, but yours are the first one I've watched all the clips because I don't know, it was cool to. It's just cool. I know a lot of heads are in there, so people like to hear a lot about it, but. Speaking on the subject of comments and things in the comic or like all of your socials or whatever, are there any people out there that you see screen names that you like recognize from decades that you've never interacted with personally, or you don't know personally, but you know, like you can see them popping up in there that you appreciate, they like them commenting, or anyone you'd shout out?
I mean, there's people from the old Strange Famous forum who are using the same names in comments that I recognize. And that's 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of those people because I've traveled so much, and they've come to shows, and like I don't have a personal relationship with them, but they would tell me who they are, and when I meet them, and so I know who they are. But yeah, that's been going on. They did comment, and the Panda Chop stuff, you know, he's playing the algorithm game. Like that's really his whole approach to this thing. And it's getting a lot more attention and comments and views when you split it up into 100 pieces. Yeah. So
he's good at the algorithm game. That I guess the reason I only notice so much is because we put a show out on YouTube, and I'm like, man, motherfucker, like in 2 hours has like 400 comments, you know, like, but it's stuff that people can get passionate about and comment about, especially when one of the interviewees put acid in a shirt. What a fucking coward.
I was also trying to help him out with that, because I know he's looking for some salacious stuff to like blow out, get, you know, something sensational. And so I was like, I gave him, that was a morsel. I was like, here, have this little thing that we can have fun with. But his questions, he could have asked so many more interesting questions, but I think he was too bogged down by what he had already heard me say in other interviews that he wanted me to expound on that stuff. But I guarantee, like, if he knew or gave me the opening to talk about certain things that would be exclusive to his channel, that opportunity was there. But he just didn't go off on that path. He had very specific bullet points he wanted to address.
I can find myself sometimes doing that. One of the things when I'm doing a drawing, I'm not an interviewer either, so it doesn't. I don't know. Okay, well, I can see that like the time is coming up. Dibs will end up be waiting, but I do want to mention, because I noticed that, or I just saw that your name came up in the Whiskey Ginger episode, and clearly he's a fan, they're fans, and that sent out a whole other wave of attention. But I'm curious how you experience moments like these where there's attention. Do you still register them as a moment, or have you gotten so good at just letting those kind of pass by and not attaching too much to?
Yeah, that one passes by, because I've spoken to Santino on several occasions.
Weren't you supposed to do an episode with him, or did you?
I was when I was in LA, and then he ended up flying. Like there was just went away. He had an opportunity to fly somewhere for a vacation. I was like, all right, that's cool. Obviously,
Saudi Arabia.
Because someone said, I think he mentioned that he brought the lyrics to Makeshift Patriot into his history class in high school. Someone told me that, and then I was like, yeah. And then he flew to Saudi Arabia to perform at the Riyadh Festival.
Do you think has a Whiskey Ginger episode with Sage passed, or is that still something that is possibly on the table? You haven't.
I'm not actively pursuing it. It's something where you have to be there at his studio or wherever he films.
Right. Oh. Yeah.
So I'm not in California enough, and when I am, I'm doing something. So there's not a lot of free time for me to do that, or whether it be in Texas or anywhere else. It's like, I'm just not the kind of person who. I mean, if I had to, I could just, I guess, fly out to do a podcast, but that seems kind of weird.
Yeah, they're paying.
Yeah, if they pay me, I'll do it. Pay for
and then, speaking of whiskey, have you drank whiskey? Did you ever drink whiskey? Well, that fucking doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I had these things I was thinking about whiskey and ginger when I was thinking about things to ask. And I thought, and then I was thinking about ginger.
Promote ginger.
Yeah, well, because
I love ginger. I love put ginger in smoothies. I like put ginger in food. Just eat ginger straight up. I really like ginger.
I do that only when I'm eating sushi. Do you enjoy sushi? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm growing ginger.
Yeah.
I think.
Adrian really? Yeah.
Ginger. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long
I hope
does that
it's still
take?
alive. Well, I got a plant. Well, I don't know.
It's a root.
I
So
just
is it
started
like,
yeah, it's just a tuber.
you start in the winter and then
It's I brought it inside, so we'll see if it works, but because I'm not where it is right now, but
I'll love that.
yeah, anyway, I don't know. I'll let you know.
All right. Well, let's go real quickly to the Winter Carnival situation that's coming up. It feels wild. That was just a year ago that you did this tour with Atmosphere. That just seems like it was like yesterday. But I guess this is a year or it's already come around. Last year's tour hit a lot of the less traveled markets, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
This time it's around in bigger cities with a wider spotlight. Does this shift to the bigger cities, or whatever you want to say, does it feel just as stressful or less stressful, or just a different?
It's the same exact stress. It's the same exact. My circumstance is exactly the same as last year, where I'm like, for several months, and then the weeks leading up to the tour, I'm like, I'll be prepared. I'll get this ready. I'll get that ready. And I'm still not ready. I still don't have my set list put together. I'm still like scurrying through my phone. I'm trying to like free up content, like get my videos off my phone and save them all from like the past 3 years. So that is like, that's how I'm distracting myself rather than taking care of like things I need to take care of and rehearse. Because at the last year's tour, I didn't even rehearse before the first show, which is dumb. It's so dumb. And I got to make sure that I get this correct this time, because I'm going to bring some material into this set that I don't typically perform. So there's not muscle memory involved with these songs. So I really and I expect to mess up a few times, probably for the first couple shows, but I want to do my very best to make sure I am actually prepared, and I'm not just like flying by the seat of my pants at every moment.
Sure.
I relate so much to that, but that is a whole other conversation.
You mean
about
the procrastinating?
There's a reason we do it. And I relate to you because every winter we take winter off, and I've been doing it for 15 years of this same thing, where we go back to shows in January, and every time I go, okay, I'm going to get all the stuff done, I'm going to be prepared, and I don't start doing it until the week before we leave. Yeah. And I don't know, and I was interested when you say like where you're doing the things to kind of distract you, like you claim like, oh, I've got to do this.
Yeah, I got to clean my office. I have to like get an oil change. You know,
we're putting something off, and there's something psychologically
the stress of what's coming.
Oh, maybe that.
That's definitely part of it.
It's
a big
so
part
interesting.
of it.
Are there any stops that you're curious about or excited about?
Well, it's been I don't know why, but it's been a minute since I've been to Chicago, and
and that Salt Shed is awesome.
Is it? I don't think I've ever been there.
No,
but those first big shows I ever did in Chicago was with Atmosphere in the early 2000s, and that was my spot for a long time. Like Chicago was like my home away from home for a minute, and then I just stopped playing there for whatever reason. But that playing First Ave, which is sold out already, that's going to be incredible. And it's been a minute since I've been in Minneapolis too. Like Minneapolis and Chicago were my spots back in the day. So I look forward to returning back there.
What about St. Louis? I shouldn't knock it, but I'm wondering if anybody's excited about going.
I'm really excited you guys are doing St. Louis. I wish that we would be in Missouri at that time.
We won't be there.
And I actually like that venue.
It is a cool
pageant,
venue,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool venue.
I dig. I mean, St. Louis is where I think that's when I first met Slug. I had a show in St. Louis with Atmosphere. Shout out to Jim Shaft. I'm pretty sure that was either St. Louis or Milwaukee, but I'm pretty sure it was St. Louis. But I haven't played there many times since then, maybe only a couple times. I don't have a great awareness of what St. Louis is like. If you ask me what it's like, I really can't say.
I don't think people from St. Louis actually know either. They just know they're down for St. Louis. All right, let me ask you some a quick few things. Yeah, I can see Dibs is in the room. But we'll just end up letting him in, and then we'll wrap with you. But I want to talk about the Family Feud episode real quick. there were a lot of moments in the episode that nobody could have planned, and Storm Davis casually dropping loose snacks into the universe. Suddenly that's become a thing. We hear loose snacks all the time now. It's something that people are saying to us all the time.
Just say a couple of words in a row, because loose snacks is not a thing that exists on the planet Earth. What the fuck is loose snacks? What have they been loosed from? I'm sorry.
Has loose snacks or anything else from that episode existed outside of the episode now for you?
Well, I'm really sad when we got our tree. I'm really sad I didn't film this. I thought I was filming it and it didn't. I didn't hit the button. But we got the tree up, and then I was like, girl, because I got an 11 and 9-year-old girl and my 5-year-old son. I go, guys, okay, everybody, go get some loose snacks. We got to get them on the tree right away. And the 11-year-old goes, what are loose snacks? I was like, exactly. But it was just a perfect, genuine moment of like, what the hell does that mean, loose snacks?
Yeah.
And that was like Storm's whole thing during that episode.
Yeah. No, it was accurate.
It was great. Given that Strange Famous already has such deep internal language and lore, it's funny to imagine something that ridiculous sneaking its way into mythology. There was a joke or something about it being like singles that came out on Strange Famous.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. If we release a single, we call it a loose snack.
I think it's great.
I love that.
It is good.
It's like, here's the new, expect a new loose snack next week.
It makes sense in that scenario.
It does. That's why
not
it just
something
fits.
on a tree, but yeah.
Yeah, it fits perfectly. Yeah, you don't have to get so angry when you're releasing a loose snack.
But I was going to say, talking of Storm, I hope he has you plenty prepared with merch stuff, because those bigger cities.
Yeah, we've been on that.
Hopefully you get a giant car.
We have someone printing shirts in Nashville. That's the first date. Dibs said if we mail stuff to him, he can drive it to Nashville so that I can get it. And I'll be having this time I'll have a minivan that I'm renting out rather than a car. So there'll be a little bit more space for more merch. But there's also more competition at the merch table. So, I have no idea if things will fly as often as it did on the last merch table. I expect it will, but I realized, I was like, man, I don't have too many dope shirt designs. There's a few, like, I wanted like whatever classic designs we had. So I'm looking past our past designs. I'm like, geez, I don't have a lot of options. So that I was like, I should have been on this a long time ago where I could, whatever. But we got that all in the works.
Okay.
A lot of vinyl will be there. Yeah. I'm just going to be figuring it all out as I go, just like I did last year.
Just like you did last. But it's good. Yeah, but it is. It's so much bigger. Is there last one about this store, and then I'm going to do some Mayo Miracle Whip just as a nod to Mr. Dibs. But is there anxiousness about the lineup for you at all?
No, there's not. I'm excited to see. Definitely excited to see Cool Keith. I mean, I've seen him perform before. I've never seen RA perform before, but I know he puts on like a very energetic and entertaining show. So the fact that he goes,
his foot's healed.
Yeah, well, that's his DJ tore her ACL.
I thought that RA tore his.
Nah, it was his DJ Lala, and so that's gonna affect them a bit, with mobility, and if last year's tour is anything to go on, there's a lot of heavy labor involved from show to show, and carrying merch and carrying equipment, and sometimes like it felt like you're walking a mile to get from one side of the venue to the other, going up and down and all around these like mazes of a venue.
Well, for those of you who don't have an entire trailer pulling merch and an entire team to load all that in.
I could have made use of the staff at each venue, and I didn't realize that toward the end of the tour.
It was offered to you?
Like they have people on hand who could got hand trucks that can
definitely take advantage of that.
But what, they were sitting there smoking a cigarette, watching you load in?
And that would involve me having to speak to someone, and I'm like, you know what? I'll
That's
just
a hard
carry this
thing to
fucking
do.
thing.
I agree. I'm the same way. Oh, fuck it. I'll just do it myself.
Just ask. Save yourself some.
Who wants to ask, Adrian?
Well, I got physical ailments this more than last year, so I probably will be looking for all the help. I just I get cortisone shots in my shoulders, both of my shoulders, every 3 months. But then the doctor who administers those shots left my network, and I couldn't find anyone else to do it. So I went on a scramble, and I finally found someone like in Connecticut who hopefully will be able to do it before the tour starts. But if they can't do it for whatever reason, I'm going to be in a world of hurt for the whole tour.
That's big trouble.
And it sucks.
I wish I could administer cortisone shots.
Yeah.
Sure,
I wish I could too. I'd be a junkie in a back alley, like, give it to me. To give me that cortisone in my shoulder.
Do they have versions where you can just like take it? Like, oh no, it has to go. Oh shit. Like, well, yeah.
There must be some kind of black market for it. Ask Dibs about it.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't put that out there. You're gonna have a bunch of people at the merch table going like, "Sage, I got some cortisone."
I'll take
and then
it.
someone heard a story about the LSD, and they slip LSD in your cortisone shots. And
that would be bad.
I do expect to get dosed on this tour somehow.
Oh no!
I know that suck. That would be awful.
We'll set the record straight. You never.
I never dosed anybody with anything ever.
And nor would you ever.
No.
All right, let's do. Dibs is in the waiting room, so I'm going to do some. He's the one that usually checks in for this segment, Mayor or Miracle Whip, but he's on a spaceship somewhere. So we're going to rapid fire you with a string of just a few Mayor or Miracle Whips, and then we'll let you get out of here. We'll just rapid fire them.
Give it up, Mr. Dibs on the turntable.
Listen to more of this.
Watching whatever's on or choosing something specific.
Choosing something specific.
Being early or showing up right on time.
Being early.
Meal before or after a show.
Meal before the show.
Nice. Rewatching something familiar or risking something new.
Rewatching something familiar if I love it.
Catching the song halfway through or waiting to hear it from the top.
I'll catch it halfway through.
Driving in silence or with the radio on?
With the radio on.
Playing something for a friend or having them play something for you?
Have them play something for me. I'm always in need of that.
Riding in the back seat or sitting up front?
Up front.
Being the quiet kid or the funny kid?
The quiet kid.
Keeping something forever or letting it go?
Keeping something forever.
Are you a hoarder?
I am a hoarder. I'm total pack rat. It's bad.
Oh, I thought we were talking emotions.
Oh, that too. Letting it end or hitting repeat?
Letting what end?
Whatever, even a song, anything. Just let
it end.
Sweet snacks or salty snacks?
Salty snacks.
And the final one, MC Light or MC Hammer?
MC Light.
Yeah.
I love MC Light.
Me too. What happened? What happened? Is that gone? MC?
I mean, I saw something of her recently. She's, I don't think she's actively involved in the music business, but man, she had so many incredible hits. She's one of my favorite MCs. I covered one of her songs on the Fuck Clear Channel tour, the Cappuccino song. Like,
Maybe you should bring that to the tour.
Bring it to the tour. Let's add some more for you to do.
But the thing is, like when I cover it, the audience, a bulk of the audience doesn't know what I'm doing.
They have no idea.
What's cool about it is lost on them. So that frustrates me. I do have to consider like what the audience can make sense of in my set. So either I'm going to bore people or like confuse people, and you can only do that so much in a half hour's frame. You know, like I have a half hour to do as much as I can and make an impression, and like this is the first or maybe last time anyone's ever going to see me. So how am I going to utilize that time and that space?
Get a good one. Yep.
Yeah. And speaking of half hours, they fucking go by so fast, and ours went by. In the intro, I introed some songs. And I'm trying to do this now as an optional segment towards the end of the things, and I'm just getting rid of the dish thing. But I want to try to circle back to songs, and I'm trying to point out like this is mostly for like heads who are watching the show or something. They want to hear about specific musical moments. It's not really what our show is. It's not really our lane, but I know that people like to nerd out about certain moments or musical moments. So there's no pressure at all, but what I'm going to try to do is like mention the songs that I brought up in the intro, and if anything comes to mind, like a story or what a specific thing works for you, if you want to tap, you use that. And maybe I can start using these as clippable moments. It's not really what we do, but all right. So I'll just name the songs. If anything comes to mind, or you want to just do it, and then we can just cruise through these real quick. Are you cool with that?
I am cool with that.
Okay, cool. All right. So these were the songs that I mentioned in the intro. The first song is Ubuntu.
Ubuntu. Oh man. Yeah. I think about those kids all the time, like every day. I mean, just yesterday I was realizing, there's probably, because I saw on Reddit there was someone talking about having a 25-hour flight to South Africa, and how do you prepare for that? How do you deal with like being in a seat for all that time? And I realized I'm probably never going to go back to South Africa. It was important. I went the first time, and then to return a few years later to check in on the kids. But my experience there is wrapped up in what was supposed to be a documentary on some type of cure for AIDS or HIV that just ended up being totally bunk. And while I was there witnessing it, I called it out, and the people who were producing the documentary were not cool with that. But it wasn't just me. I started like letting other people know. I was like, you know what? I think they're giving these kids false hope. I think they're giving these families false hope. And South Africa is often used as an experimental spot for pharmacies, and then once they find something that actually works, then it costs a lot of money to get that medication that they don't have access to. So I'm witnessing the most destitute of communities sort of providing themselves as fodder for a documentary that just never got made because it all fell apart by the end. But that doesn't mean I didn't want to like actually help out. So I created Ubuntu. It was what they call a praise poem. It's something that you write at the end of a person's life that celebrates them. But what I did is, I wanted to talk about their situation and raise awareness about it and help raise money. So we did that for this one particular family to help build a better home for them, because what they were living in was not safe. And it was like a lot of kids in one small type of shack without running water or electricity. And it was like, we had to make it more structurally sound. Shout out to my boy Ewok in South Africa. He does a lot of important work out there, and he helped facilitate all of that. Once I raised the money, he got the contractors and everything else to put that together. So that is a big chapter in a book that I need to write at some point.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I won't do a ton of follow-ups on it. There is the kids that speak in there. Yeah, you have no way to talk.
I do. I actually follow them on Facebook, so I get updates from them. It's beautiful. Like, I get to chat with them and just get updates on what's up with their brother, cool. Or, what's going on with their kid. They have kids now. Yeah. Wow. It's amazing to see. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. The track Blue.
Blue should have been on an album. It was like a very well produced song by Reanimator. Might have been one of the last Sage Francis tracks I did with Reanimator. This was before.
Was that Copper Gone era? Or?
No. This was before the Life album came out. So I released a mixtape called Sick to Death. I think, man, now I'm losing track. But what I do remember is that what started it off was we were supposed to do a song with the funky drummer break, Clyde Stubeck, if I'm saying his name right. Edit that if I said his name wrong. But he's like the most sampled drum break of all time. And he was dealing with he was dying of something. Yeah, I think he had cancer. And we were trying to, like, someone was trying to raise money for him, so they were putting together a compilation album with that break in it. And for some reason, and I recorded the blues song over what you hear, and for some reason it didn't get on that compilation, so we removed the break and reanimated or put different drums on it. And we made a video for it, which I really like. And it seemed to hit a lot of people, and it's not something I've ever performed live, but it's one of my most streamed songs, most viewed videos.
Do you think that potentially that's because it's a single out there that it's the most streamed song?
It might be. Yeah, it had its own artwork, so it sticks out.
Yeah,
that helps. But that kind of
it's a cool track. And then now
that we're on the precipice of war with Venezuela, I mean, it constantly brings up the topic that I bring up in the song of, like, do not go to war. Like, kids, stay the fuck away from the military, please. They're predators, and they prey on poor communities and people who feel like they have no other option. Next thing you know, you're out killing someone for something that doesn't really affect Americans.
Some bullshit, huh? Yeah. Fuck. So, Jaw didn't kill Johnny.
Yeah, Jaw didn't kill Johnny it's an anomaly for me because I don't write sing-songy songs. I have a very difficult time writing those kind of songs. But I had this instrumental hanging around with it's like a jazzy track with horns on it. And after Johnny Cash died, I just started singing it. It just came out of me, and I was like, yeah. Okay, I got a song here, like a singing song. And I thought it would be funny to be the first signed hip hop artist on a punk label, have a tribute to a country western artist at the end of the album. And it's, one of the most popular live tracks that people get to sing along to all these years later, which, part of it is tongue in cheek, part of it is a tribute to Johnny Cash, and part of it is a tribute to all people that we've lost, which is, many people at this point. But it's
something you almost play at every live show, pretty much.
I mean, at least half of them, probably more than that.
I want to just real quickly ask about. There's one part in the song where you say, "I was touched by Father John. I was touched as a child." That's not a tongue-in-cheek thing, right? You're just saying, like, emotionally touched, or am I? Every time I hear it,
no, that was just
he was molested.
No, I wasn't asking him that.
That is the suggestion there.
Okay.
I'm just kind of like being silly and dumb in the beginning. Yeah.
Every time, still to this day, when I hear it, I go, "Wait, is he saying something other there?" Oh, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just every time.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter if you were touched by a priest. It actually does matter.
I know. I don't know, and I can't get away from that now. It's like, it doesn't. What about going back to rehab?
Going back to rehab is a very, well, man, that took a long time to put together and construct, and a lot of pieces are in that puzzle. And at the heart and soul of that song, it's about me trying to figure out how loved ones would succumb to addiction and choose that over family. And me really crossing the line in order to understand what they lived. So, I mean, that's about all I can say about that.
Yeah. The baby stays.
Yeah. That is, no one really brings that song up, but that's, I'd have to revisit it, but I mean, according to my memory of the song, I know a big part of it was inspired by, a man not willing to accept that his baby will be aborted, and that he feels a connection to a baby that's not in his body, but he's like making a demand to the woman that the baby stays. But that's not the whole thing. That's just part of it.
Yeah. Now I'm just remember when people bring up a song or something of yours. Is it helpful for you to hear it, to re-experience what you were coming up with? And I'm gonna bring that up because when people ask me about some artwork that I've done a while ago, I can't remember what I was thinking about, what was going on at the time. But if I look at it again, then that'll start to come to time. But there are some pieces that I've done where I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know, I don't remember what I was thinking. I
would need to listen to it because I know there's two sides to it that I try to cover in that song, at least two sides. And it's not to say one is right or wrong. Like that song is not a morality police song. It's really just trying to identify the feelings of a person who's not in control of a situation that is very important to him.
Yeah.
That's just exploring that space.
Mm-hmm.
The setup.
The setup, one of my favorites that I feel like is slept on, a great Alias beat. I really love that beat. But it's a song written out of frustration and being let down by a community of people and by certain friends. And it's like, I put in a lot of work to build a foundation that you benefit from, and then you just senselessly and recklessly move within that space and knock shit down. And at a certain point, I felt like I didn't give enough time and energy to family. I gave it to people who were fly-by-nighters. And so that's why I talk about, in part of the song, I talk about how I'm disturbed by how all I left them was like napkins with lyrics written on them or something like that,
Yeah.
I can't remember the lyrics right now, but
frustration's a good word for that, of what you've given out, and yet, like you said, what you're sacrificing at home or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. Say Uncle.
Say Uncle is not a very well-defined song, I don't think. It's really, that consisted of piecemeal lyrics that I kind of put all in place, and it fit within the context of just fighting oppression of whatever sort, and making your bullies or whoever say uncle to you at the end of the day. But I remember me and Alias racking our brains on how to make that chorus work, because I did so many iterations of it where it just was not working out. And I mean, I could have taken or left that song. It's kind of replaceable with Wrecked, which is also on that album. It's got a similar theme. But oh yeah, and there's an idea reference in there as well. But and I remember part of the song where I say my father something said fuck him, make him say uncle, when I felt like I was less than nothing. But I remember when I was a kid, my dad, my stepdad, but my dad, he was talking about World War III, and he's like, I think you're going to survive World War III. He's like, everyone's going to die. You're not going to die. And I was like, why? Why do you say that? He's like, that's what I believe. And that was inspired by that conversation I had with him when I was a kid.
Wow.
Do people still say uncle? Do we know where say uncle came from? Why?
No, I have not heard that. So the whole say uncle, like that was just like playground bullying. You know? Like you had to put someone in submission. And I won't let you go until you say uncle.
It's such a weird term.
Now it's just tap out. I think UFC is overtaken.
Tap out. Yeah.
You gotta tap out.
My brothers used to make me say uncle.
Yeah, my brother did too.
One of them in particular.
My brother was a wrestler, and he'd do this move where he'd take my legs. It was called the splits, and he'd wrap his legs around one of them, pull it this way, and one time I thought he split me in half, and I was so pissed. And then
which uncle do you want me to say?
Uncle. I can't pronounce his name. No, it was just say uncle, but you just say the word uncle. It's so weird. What a weird terminology. I just want to end. I guess it's not. The rest of the episode will be edited together, but that's two pretty huge losses, right? Idea and Alias.
Yeah, for our community. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I ran in both circles. I was closer to Alias, and intrinsically tied to him musically. He was a huge part of what Strange Famous was doing. He was mixing our records. We're rocking off of his beats, which were insane. He's like a highly overlooked producer whose levels were far exceeded most other hip hop producers. And then just an overall music producer. He was like not just making beats. Like he played stuff. He had aspirations to be to score movies and do stuff like that. I felt like that could have been a great thing for him. Yeah. But yeah, the fact that he just died suddenly of a heart failure, a heart condition that ran in his family that they were unaware of, and there was no preparation. There was no. It just smacked you, man. It was like, holy crap! Like he has 2 beautiful kids. He's been with his wife since junior high, and now that family is forever impacted.
Yeah,
and having to deal with that incredible loss, and it's so sad. I don't know what else to say about that, but I miss him a lot. I wish his family the very best, and hopefully we can have a chat and a meal at some point.
Yeah. R.I.P. Thanks so much, Sage.
Thank you,
awesome.
guys.
Always
and I'll see you where am I see you guys? Nashville.
You'll definitely see me in Nashville. We're still trying to figure out if we drive over, Adrian will be there. If we
have
fly.
some things to figure out.
Yeah, we got a lot of weird things happening on our plate. So, but you'll definitely see 100% me in Nashville.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
And
something else.
Shout out to Slughead.
Awesome. Thank you so much. They do. They absolutely do. I did. Speaking of Slughead, I did ask my son, do you have anything you want to ask Sage? And he said, yeah, ask him if he would ever sell his beard oil. And I was like, what the fuck?
I have beard oil, but I don't use beard oil.
He's just talking about oil.
Facial oil that might collect in your
try
beard.
to get oil off my beard and sell it?
Yeah.
I was like, so what the fuck kind of question is that?
That would be a fans only thing. Only fans? Fans only?
Fans.
Yeah.
Or fans only.
There you go.
Do you want to say hi to Dibs before or when we let him in? Adrian, let him in. Sorry. Man swindle Dibsicle.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I think I should recognize this person, but I
it's me. Just kind of got my face frozen. It's me, though.
You got your tattoos?
True.
Hello. Sage was just on his way out, but I figured you could say hi before
Sage.
He dipped.
Hey, Dibs.
How are you?
I'm good. You ready?
I got a new merch item for us to sell.
Pocket tortillas meets what?
It's bags of magnets.
Bags of magnets.
And what do you do with them?
I don't know. I thought Sage would have an idea what to do with them. I just got the bags of magnets.
Wipe people's credit cards?
Yeah, we could maybe do that.
I'm going to put acid right in all the t-shirts.
I mean, anyway. That's going to be the first thing that dude asked me, too. Guaranteed. Laura's coming up with a way to make it believable because nobody should believe it at all.
No, we talked about this. It's over now. It's like there's no people couldn't make sense of it on their own, so we just I had to pull the veil and be like, surprise! I didn't really put acid right in all the t-shirts.
But at the merch table, just have a giant spray bottle, regular, like a spray bottle, and just write blotter on the spray bottle next to the merch shirts.
That could work. Do you want us to spray your shirt with acid?
It costs an extra $500. Just take it with that t-shirt.
Just get like some big fan to stand at the merch booth the whole time, like acting like he's tripping balls. It worked for him. You could do that.
All right, Sage. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Look forward to seeing all of y'all.
I'll see you.
We'll see you in Nashville.
See you in a couple of weeks, man.
Bye, Adrian.
Bye, Adrian. Sage is saying bye.
Bye. Bye.
She doesn't have her headphones plugged
There we
in.
are. Okay, bye.
See you, Sage. Peace.
It's the crunch of the leaves underneath my feet. It's the trees in the middle of October admitting defeat, rendering themselves incomplete, covering the ground with all them colors and sounds. There's a mystique to New England.
So there you go, everybody. Huge thanks to Sage Francis for joining us. We had to clip over to a different video for him to finish because I missed some things and I was flustered with doing 30 minutes rather than 45. Anyway, huge thanks to Sage Francis for joining us. Remember, humans, the episode's not over until you hear Blacklick's last words, but those are going to be real quick here. We're just going to throw out some recommendations and we'll get out of here. My movie pick for this episode is a movie called Megalopolis.
One filmmaker has always been ahead of his time.
It's directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Most all of you have heard about it. It's a long, ambitious movie. People hate it. People online hate it. Everyone hates it, but fuck them. Don't listen to them. It's all young people saying it, that they don't understand who Francis Ford Coppola is and a long form movies like back in the day, and about an artist spending $120 million of his own money to make a movie because he feels like no one's taking risks, no one's making movies. There are new movies coming out that are cool, but yeah, you can't find Megalopolis anywhere because he's kind of in control of where you can screen them. I have a connection with people who have connections to movies, and I was able to watch it. It's a long, not crazy long, like 118 minutes. It is, but it's a longer movie, but it's really, really good. If you find or you have any connections to anyone who can get you to Megalopolis, I think you should check it out. Not the best picture in the world, but you can see what it is. It's good. Adrian, any
movie shares?
Song
No.
share.
Song, yes. We're going with Trouble by Joy Crook.
You're all that I need, but we break every time. Birds of feather fly together, your trouble's the same as mine. You're all that I need, but we break every time. Birds of feather fly together, your trouble's the same as...
No, Joy Crooks.
Awesome.
Crooks? Crookes?
Yeah, I would say Joy Crooks. Yeah, Trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Any thoughts on it?
No.
Okay.
I like it.
Awesome.
So I'm sharing it.
Good song share. And then my song share is a song called 100 Feet Tall.
Pop seen him sitting there, bearded man, dink a hair, whispered so that we could hear. Guys, Mr. T is here. Mr. T is fucking real? I mean, I know he's real, it's just we only seen him on TVs like a superhero to us. We was trying to catch a glimpse, my mama said don't make a scene. He probably having lunch with friends, I think they about to pay and leave. I've never seen a famous person, let alone...
Song by Aesop Rock. And I'm sharing it because he talks about Mr. T in it, and just it's such a nostalgic song. It feels so good, and I loved Mr. T, and the way and Aesop's lyrics about meeting Mr. T, you can really feel it, and it's how I would feel if I ever saw Mr. T. It's a really great song. Love it. Great song. And then here's the song share by our guest, Sage Francis. Do you have a song recommendation that we can add to our playlist?
Sure. I'll pick something because I went through all my hard drive and getting old songs that I had. And there's this song called Fallen Angel by Neil Young.
Fallen angel, who's your savior tonight? You're surrounded by these walls and neon lights. Hungry people move like...
Oh,
okay.
Which I believe is a collaboration with Eddie Vedder. And it's a very ambient song, and it's a very short song. But in all my playlists, I always put it back to back. So if you play it twice in a row, I think it's the perfect.
Okay.
Fuck yes.
Chill
Eddie
music.
Vedder was Pearl Jam, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I really liked them.
Yeah, we're putting that in the playlist. All right, there you go. Those are our song shares for this episode. Subscribe to the DOD45 Loves playlist, I guess on Tidal or Spotify or wherever. We're going to find a place better that we can share those. But for now, if you're using Tidal, I think the artists get paid a little bit more money per stream. So we'll share them there. And then on the website, DOD45.com, maybe they're listed there or maybe they're not. Who knows? But It's a cool playlist of music, cool music by myself and Adrian and guests of the show. So if you like the music in there, go support the artists directly if you can. There you go. I'll stop telling you what to do. We're going to get out of here. Adrian, do you have any last words?
No.
Okay. Oh, I was forgetting. I'm going to share a song from a past guest at the end of the episodes. I want to share their music because I want to keep celebrating people who've been guests on our show. And I want to keep continuing to support the people who've shown up for us. This track that we're going to share here is a track called Sirens by Dusk Raps and Planta Beats. It's a new project that Dusk is working on. Their project is called Young Byron's Revenge.
I want to write a song but didn't know what to say. See, I live a haunted life, ghostly plane on display. So I'm kicking up dust, tell the ghosts go away. See, I yanked away the sheet and there was nothing underneath. Now I'm scraping down your street in a tank, we got beef. Oh man, I'm climbing walls with the shank in my teeth. See, I defend.
Dusk's a past guest, and he's a real one, and he's a homie. So go check that out. Called Young Byron's Revenge is the project. The song's called Sirens. Cool track. Dusk feels really good about it. So yeah, and if you're hearing it playing right now, if you like it, really try to figure out a way to support them. That's it for us. Thanks, Sage Francis. Thanks for watching and supporting our show. Subscribe, review. It actually matters. That's it, right? Okay, yep. We're out of here. My sincerest apologies. They stopped rocking. We ran out of time. Now marinate on these last words from Black Vic. Peace.
Yeah, I got some last words.
Any last words? I have a couple.
I was at war with my peace. Now I'm at peace with my war. I've been through a whole lot of shit, man. And like every single time something terrible happens to me, it happens while a whole bunch of other good shit is happening. And of course, my perspective is what makes the other shit good. And so the only thing I could really do to stop that friction, to stop being like, oh man, this versus that, was to learn about gratitude and abundance. I view all situations equally. I am thankful for no matter what, for no matter when, for every single win, loss, whatever it is. Everything is everything, and that's why I can do anything. But until I decide to do something, none of it's gonna matter, no matter what I do. That struggle of trying to mix your preference with your purpose, it will tear you apart. You're not gonna find peace until you discover abundance. And if you have to, which many of us do, you may only be able to discover abundance through loss. Value that.
Stop what you're doing and
DOD45. Thank you for joining in on yet another episode of the DOD45 Show. Please hit the subscribe or follow button so that you never miss an episode. You can even go one step further by leaving us a review on the YouTube stream or on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever it is that you stream our show from. You can find me at Art by Ty on all the socials or at artbyty.com. And if you'd like to follow the DOD45 Show on social media, we're at DOD45W on Instagram, or you can go over to our website at DOD45.com where you can shoot us an email, join our mailing list, and watch all of our past episodes. Consider joining us for a live chat on the YouTube premieres of episodes every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Peace.